Hello folks and welcome back to Golden Lap. Last time we had our very first race of this series and we're going to continue it a little longer. We'll see if this game gets redundant or not. I'm not really sure where we're at with everything, but we're just going to play and see what we can do for a little bit. I want to see if there's any more depth to the game, if there's things that happen that are unexpected, or if it gets really repetitive. I'm hoping there's some more hidden things in here, but we'll take a look and see what's going on. So we are at a new track here. And we have 36 minutes, and it has typically dry areas, so bring your sunglasses. It uses an arid weather pattern, okay. And then this one here, it's tight and narrow, so it makes it harder to get top speeds, harder to overtake, and it's more dangerous. So lots of things happening there, and our forecast is all sun all the time. All right, so we're going to send out our first grouping of cars here. We have to get just our initial times out. I really wish there were keyboard shortcuts for this. There very well maybe, I just haven't looked at the settings. But I wish there was a little bit more for being able to do some of that stuff, or like a hover over and tell me what the shortcut is. But here we go, we're on our first lap out, setting some purples for Fisher, and now Mach and Moretti. We're not going to be setting purples here, we're not that fast of the cars, but that's okay. It looks like Moretti is the faster one, which is, I believe these guys are, 1 and 2 right now are the pseudo Ferraris. Alright, so we don't have a lot of time to get our car set up here. So if we take a look, that affects our acceleration, which is important. Our total speed, I don't think as important on this one. And then this bad boy is affects braking and cornering. If we take a look at this course, there's a lot of braking and cornering. They said it's also a tight one. So we're going to kind of go with a difference between our acceleration and that. And we're going to leave the car's aero to a minimum, I think. And hopefully we will be able to do all of the things that we need to do here. So we're going to do the same thing with this. We're just going to focus purely on that for now, and we'll send that out, and then we'll speed our bad boy up here, and we'll see what's going on. And we have to use all dry compound tires in a single race. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but we'll find out as we move through here. And it doesn't look like we're at the bottom of the pile quite yet. We will be, but we're not there quite yet. But hopefully, just by getting runs in, and there doesn't seem to be any... there's no penalty for sending out as many runs as you can do, and there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason as to why the other teams go out or them affecting your runs. Like in real F1, other teams can get in your way and wreck your speed. They're supposed to dump out of the way, but even still, if you have to pay attention to other cars, you're not going to go as fast as what you could. So I don't know if that affects this game or not, if there's a method to the madness on the timing of this, or it's just an absolute free-for-all and it doesn't matter. And those are kind of the things I'm looking for with the depth of the game. Is it's presented in a very nice, simple visual style, which I dig. I like all the look, I like the action on it. I just want to see if there's more stuff that matters, especially as most manufacturers or the teams have like a headquarters where their team is located at, and they do lots of stuff there. I don't know if that's the case on this one, if we have to upgrade headquarters or not. And it's a little bad because I'm also recording, or comparing this, should I say, to Motorsport Manager, which has all of that stuff built in. So this is a little bit of a different concern for me, and I'm just trying to see what's what. But let's go ahead and send our stuff out here. We're holding steady at 11 and 12. We're on our outlap here, so hopefully we can get more. But I can see how this can kind of get a little repetitive after time. If you're doing multiple seasons, doing some of this stuff will eat up some time for you. Now we are slowly moving up the rankings here. Not too much, but a top 10 would be nice if we could get to that. So we're just going to focus purely on trying to get the upgrades for acceleration. And we already have both of them in the golden area for our steering. So that's beautiful. But let's just keep going in here. We might be able to squeeze out another one, I don't know. But if we can get a golden tune, or if we could even better get all 3 golden tuned, I don't know how we do that. But if we could do that, that would be awesome. Oh, we're dropping through the rankings again. We're coming back up just because we're not in the pits, but all these cars behind us pretty much are faster than us through pretty much everything. So that's a problem that we may need to address down the road here. I don't think we're going to get another run on these guys in, so we're just going to try to have to see if we can hopefully eke out a little bit there. Alright, we'll send those out and see if we can get one more round in. We're on our lap here. We're coming into the pit, and we're out of time. All right, so we've reached our checkered flag. We have spot 10, and Vitaly's at 12. Okay, so that should be it. We're all on our in laps, so those are our set spots. So we got a top 10. That's cool. We have a chance to actually, you know, go racing and doing some things. We'll see how that works out for us as our qualifying comes to a finish here. I wish there's a skip button for that, so we don't have to wait for other cars to finish, but that's just a comfort thing. All right. You can see we're not far behind any of the cars in front of us. Like this one's only 5/10ths, or excuse me, hundredths. This is 500. So we're not far back from a lot of these, and then they start spacing out significantly more as we move up. But that's okay. We can do all of that. We have all of our compounds. It's a 68 lap race, which is quite a lot. But you can see we are right in there. So let's see what our tire strategy is going to be for this. Hard tire is going to go a long ways. So mediums. Let's go with softs with you, and we're going to go with hards with, or no, let's switch that up. I want Fisher, who was the faster one. There. Ooh, that's so tempting just to put those on there. But we're gonna chew those bad boys up and see what we can do with those. And yeah, we should be okay with that. So let's go ahead and, ooh, somebody's invigorated, so everybody got stuff. Crew chief them, plus, okay. Our crew chief apparently is not helping us. Lights out and away we go. And here we are. We drop back immediately. We go down to 17th, 15th. We're climbing back up. Fisher's doing the job. Vitaly is not. But that's okay. We don't need Fisher to, or excuse me, we don't need Vitaly to be overtaking right now. His race is with hard tires, so he's going to be kind of trying to go through and doing a bunch here. Our green flag's back out. We are racing as can be. We have our stress way up for this, so we have a higher crash chance, excuse me. But let's take a look here and see. We can still get another 3-4 laps, so we're going to look at like lap 13, which we are quickly coming into. We could probably sneak it out to lap 14. Okay. So after this turns 13, we'll hit the pit button, and we'll start our stuff here. All right, so we'll change our driving style back to normal. If we do hards, they're not going to last. We're going to go with mediums, I think. And we'll have to do one more pit to be able to go through. But now you can see some of the back markers or cars that are way back behind us are starting to come in and doing some things here. So hopefully we can jump back out and be all right. The only thing that I don't like right now is we're going to be coming in close to the same time. I like to separate them out a little bit more if I can, but that's not the case right now. So we started in 10 and 12. We're currently in 15 and 17. We should have some cars coming in, hopefully, to pit up here soon, and that will help us out, hopefully, a good bit. But we're running the race. We have Vitaly up in 13th, and he's fighting. He's trying to, well, he's fighting to stay in 13th, but that's okay. And Fisher is falling back. But we're on medium, so we should be able to start catching things and doing a little bit better here. I am going to put it on high engine mode just for a little bit. And just see if we can make some places up. So Fisher has definitely made up some spaces here. We're going to put that back into normal engine mode just so we have enough gas for the end. And we're back in the 10th with him. Vitaly is still way back, but that's okay. Again, different race for Vitaly, being that he's on hard tires and not pushing really. He's really trying to conserve those tires. And I may even try to push that back even more. But we'll see. We're continuing to make up some spots here, it looks like. Vitaly just moved up into 13th as some people are pitting. And we're getting closer to where we started this race at. Now we can see also that we have this thing here, which is showing us current lap and how much rubber is on the road. So the more rubber, the faster things go, and it's going to be a good thing for us, I think. Oh my, Vitaly is all the way up to 11th, which is awesome. He's still way back there compared to the others. They're all in their own race, but that's fine. We're doing just fine with that. We're going to come in and have to pit Fisher, and Fisher is going to be able to finish out with those hards. Does it work if we're gonna do that? All right, so Fisher's gonna pit in at 10th. Vitaly still has a little bit of life left in him, so he's gonna keep going. He can make it to lap 30 or 43. Could probably actually make it to 45 if we wanted to. I don't know if that's wise or not, but we're going to keep that car out there for as long as we can. And Fisher is already making up spots here. Still way back, but that's okay. Ryan's going to come into pit soon. Mock's going to have to come into pit again. We do have some things we need to do. Ooh, we got a yellow flag, so that means we can pit and basically get a free pit stop here. So we're going to put on mediums. We'll pit that. And you can see a bunch of other cars are also coming in for the pit just because it will slow. It's a less expensive pit stop because everybody's going slower. So it doesn't cost you nearly as much. We should come out, there we go, in 11th place with new tires. That's beautiful. That's kind of, that's a good setup for us. And we'll see if any other cars come into pit. Doesn't look like it, but that's fine. We're running 9 and 11 right now, so we're up 1 spot for each. And I think we'll be okay. You can see that we are the backlog 35 seconds from us to the 8th place car. So we're not making up that spot. It's just not going to happen. But what we can do is try to make it to the end of the race here. Now let's see how much fuel we're going to end up with. All right, I'm going to pause this real fast just to try to see if we can we? Oh yeah, we can get to the end of the race like that. And for you, we can also get to the end of the race. Fantastic. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start pushing here. At least get up into 9 and 10. And Fisher's going to take some lap time out of Phil Balia. I don't know what it is. The 8th place person, who was still far back from the top 7, but that's fine. If we can start getting closer to that, that would be pretty nice if we can make it a little farther up on there. See, we're down to 17, 16, 15. Yeah, we are making up space and time. So maybe I should focus on this a little bit more during the race as far as tire management and all that stuff goes. But I don't like to burn through tires. I like to let the race unfold a little bit and then try to react to the race as opposed to trying to do something and then not having it work out and then we're totally screwed. At least in this situation, we can make up some space. We can make up some time. We can go through and do some of the things that we might want to do. So we've made it up to 7th here. And Vitaly's up to 9th. Yeah, we do have one of the top cars already just crashed. So we have 4 crashes, or 5 crashes. 5 crashes in this race. Jeez. But Fisher's up in the 7th, and Vitaly is in 9th. So we are in points getting positions, which is fantastic. So the race is back on here. We are going, and we're going to see if we can hopefully just make some spots here and get to where we want to be. In 7th, we're only 2 seconds behind the 6th place person. So we are, again, we're making up those spots. It's a bit of work, but we're getting there. We're in 6th officially now. Okay. So if we take a look all the way up at number 3, LaRousse, Mock and Ryan are just so far ahead of everybody. They basically have a lap on everybody in the track, which is kind of wild. Let's tap over here and just see. We can see that some people are conserving, but not us. We're just going to go, especially Ryan. Ryan has 20 seconds on the next closest car, so that should be an easy win. Nothing too big a deal. And I just need to keep Fisher going here because we could get, there we go, we got 5th. And we got a yellow car, or a yellow flag, and that's going to last the rest of the race. We don't have any overtaking. We're going to finish up 5 and 8. That's a ridiculously unexpected result for a team like ours, where we're not at the top of the pile, but today we finished in the upper half of the race results across the board, which is awesome. And if you take a look at us, Fisher ended up with the fastest lap, or they call it in this game the golden lap. So we had wow, Ryan, that's where that's at. 1 pit stop. That's impressive. And Vitaly also only had 1 pit stop, but just not as fast of a car. So we have that. Actually, his fastest lap was faster than Ryan's, but obviously the consistency there is not in spot. So we're there, Ryan with his no eyeballs, and the rest of them with no eyeballs, but they're there. We got our fastest lap. We got some points. So we picked up 15 points in there. We're only 12 back, and that brings us up to 4th place in... I don't know if there's constructors in the 70s or not. I'm not an F1 historian. I'm a relative newcomer to F1, but I do really dig it. I've watched the last 5 or 6 seasons, and I've really enjoyed it. All right, so team, we are now officially in 5th place. We're 1 point behind Wayland, but I mean, we still have some teams that haven't scored anything, and we're killing it with that. So I'm pretty happy with that. We have $8 to spend. I don't think I want to spend it on any of this stuff. I think we're just going to let this roll, and maybe we can start trying to build up something new here. I don't know how that works or what it's going to be. I don't know. Let's see here. So what is the deal here? What do these buttons do? Oh, it's just telling you what car's getting what. Okay, so you're getting... Okay. So our first guy is pretty much getting shafted here. Let's build a new chassis. $6. And the performance is going to be... Our current one is 255. We're going to be 255 plus 70 to 110. So we'll build a new chassis. And we got it to be at 2325. So 2325. Ooh, that's much better. Let's throw that on to car number 1 there and see how we do. I'm not thrilled with the reliability of it, but Vitaly is our slower driver, so maybe that will help him out. And Fisher, if that works out, we can switch it over to you. All right, let's do one more quick race here. Let's see what we have. So we are now at this is very clearly Monaco, but we're here. Let's see what we have. It's a bumpy track, so cars are hard to control, tight and narrow. Okay, and then it's an iconic track, so it's be there every year. We have all of that, so we're not too worried about the weather for this, and we're gonna start sending out cars here. I missed that pop-up, so whatever it is. Oh, okay, I don't care about the team bonus things for any of the other people. It doesn't affect us. But we sent both cars out together, which is fun. And they're going to hopefully get a clean run here. There's nobody super right up on them. So that's good. Vitaly is the faster of our 2 cars right now. I wonder if that new chassis is helping them out. So we get those. We'll bring them in. I'm going to pause it just to try to keep sending them out at the same time. And let's see here. What do we want to focus on? With our car that has the brand new kind of stuff, I want to make sure that we can focus on that one as best as possible. All right, send those out. We'll go as fast as we can here to get them out. We're still not the worst here. We're on outlap, so this is our actual results right now. We're at 13 and 15. And we should be moving up that here once we pass this little line right there. There we go, and up to 9 and 10. We'll come in and pit. And we're just outworking everybody right now. We are sending more cars out. We're getting more stuff done. And that's allowing us to really pick up the pace a little bit. And hopefully come home with some more points for our team here. Alright, so we're getting really close on that one, which is fantastic. If we take a look, Vitaly's upgrade really helped out. There's a huge difference between those two without like a ton actually happening. So that's interesting that we have that to look at. And we're just going to keep sending our cars out as fast as we possibly can. So we're down to 11 and 16, which is more real-world representative. But still, our cars are getting faster. And here comes our actual lap with nobody in front of us. So move up to 9 and 10, and there's a less gap there. There's only 0.2, even less than that, honestly. So they're not as far apart as what the initial results there might have seemed. So let's keep sending them out. We have just, we have plenty of time here. So let's, there we go. And let's try to spend some stuff on that. And then we should hopefully be able to get a perfect tune on you. Oh, still waiting on that perfect tune. It's alright, Fisher, you'll get there. So we're going to speed this bad boy up again. Ryan just setting purples everywhere. And what I also want to know is if we go through a full season, like I'll do it on my own if I don't record it. But if you're interested in seeing the full season, we can do that. But what I'm also really interested to see here is what carries over from season to season. Do we have to build new chassis? Do we have to devote money to new cars? How does that all work? All right, so we got these in 10 and 11. So we're just going to, again, try to get these out as quick as we possibly can. Just try to balance them out just a little bit. Not that we're going to have them or balanced perfectly, but a little bit would be nice. There we go. We got our perfect tune. There we go. And we'll send all of that out. Fisher's slowly falling down the list there, but that's okay. We're right back up. And Fisher's not up as much, but we also didn't do as much upgrade. It took a little longer to get Fisher ready to roll here. Alright, and let's see here. There we go. I'm just going to try to balance those out a little bit. I don't know if it actually does anything or not. Can we please get our outlap? Oh, okay, we're done. So right now we are finished in 9 and 12. So we kept the same position as far as qualifying goes for our bottom car. Uh-oh, nope. Fisher is now down a spot. But Vitaly is up a spot. So that means that our car upgrade did theoretically work. Uh-oh, Vitaly's dropping. Okay, so maybe it didn't work. But we do have a larger separation between the cars. And Fisher is, I think, a better driver. In the race that we had there, Fisher definitely was in front on both of those races. So we'll go through. Again, I'd love a skip button. That'd be awesome. But we have that done. Oh, did they even have the turns labeled? That would be super cool if they did that. All right, so we have this. It's going to be a nice day. 71 laps, okay. We have them offset by a row and a spot. Let's see here. So, Fisher, you're behind. Can we... Okay, looks like we're going to do that. And then I think if we do something like that, that's half distance is 36-ish. So if we do this, what does that get us to? 31. Okay, I think we can do that. How far do we get with this one? Okay, we'll do that offset and see how that works. So we'll let our cars do their thing. Again, I'm not super concerned about us dropping spots or doing anything. All these guys are putting more fuel and everything in. We're not doing that right now. Which perhaps we should, but I'm not going to worry about that quite yet. The track is not super rubbered in. This is going to be the slowest we are. Also, we have a lot of fuel on board. Like, all of this will change. And we're not catching those top cars at all. We have a yellow card, or a yellow flag, excuse me. I've been playing too much soccer recently, or football for my European, and basically the rest of the world. Everybody else calls it football, not soccer, right? I've been playing too much with FC24 and FC25 recently. Also, don't get FC25. It's the same game. Don't do that. But we're going to go through here. We're going to pit around lap 20. And then hopefully we can go a little crazier with Vitaly here. But Vitaly is making up spots. We're doing the job. The problem is we're going to have to pit here soon. And we're going to tumble down the order pretty quick. And then we're going to slap on hards, and that's going to last us for the rest of the race, because these hards here are lasting a long time. And then we're going to do the opposite strategy with Fisher. So we're going to put on hards, we're going to drive conservatively, and we're going to last that whole race. So we have, we're definitely dropping with Vitaly, which is fine, because Vitaly is going to be a one-stopper. And what I'm hoping here is once we get around, I don't know, 36-ish laps, we'll swap into another one for another round of hards maybe? Or do we try to go to softs or mediums? We might go medium. That might be a better option. Got another yellow flag out here. Number 10. Oh, okay. No, we can pit here. That's fine. We can go in and pit. Get another set of hards, and that will last us for the rest of the race. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Alright, the guys out in front stayed out, but you can see how far ahead of us. They're already lapping the top 10 cars already. They're lapping, which is ridiculous. Alright, but we slapped on some hard tires. So Fisher, which originally had plans for Fisher to be able to just go and basically be a hard and then get a soft. It just didn't work out that way, but that's okay. We lost some benefit there, but we did benefit by pitting on the yellow flag. So hopefully that will be enough for us to go. And then Vitaly, we're going to see if we switch this back. Do we make it to the end of the race? No, we still need to let you go a little longer, and that's okay. We're going to change your engine mode there. And we're just going to have to switch that back for a second, but I just want Fisher to be able to get past Rinaldi and maybe past Acosta. There we go. Okay, now we can go back to a normal engine mode. And I'm going to pause this again. I just want to see if we switch over to here. Do we last? Oh, we last. Okay, we can keep Vitaly at regular speed now. We've done enough conservation to keep us going, so that's awesome. And let's see, Fisher's in 11th, but not far away from 9th, quite honestly. There's not a big gap there, and then once we get in the 9th, we're going to be stuck in 9th for the rest of the race, unless there's something wild that happens. We do have 2 people out, and so far our drivers have done a pretty good job of staying out of any potential problems. Alright, so that's going to be 9 laps, 8 laps. Let's see if we switch this over, put that back. How long do we last? Yeah, we're fine there. Alright, same with this guy. How long do we last? So that's no laps left, and we still have 1.4 laps. Okay, we'll do that, and we're just going to try to cruise up to get some points here, hopefully. So Fisher's already got himself up in 8th place, leaving Laframbosi in his dust and making up time on Vibella. And then Vitaly is 16 seconds behind Acosta, but is now 13 seconds. So we are making up time, now down to 10. Fisher has made up, in our time talking, has made up 5 or 6 seconds. Now down to 6 seconds because Vibella had to pit. Vitaly has moved all the way up to 10th and now 9th. And he's over 30 seconds behind Fisher, who is right behind Vibella, now is in front. And we have 11 laps to go, and we actually got a race going on here, folks. We're not like super close to anything, and some of these other cars are going to be faster than us, but I'm pretty happy that we have 2, again, top 10 cars, and that we are closing gaps. Well, we got a 6 and a 9 here. Nice. And then we're going through and getting all of that stuff set there. Man, Fisher, if we had more time, would totally close Lavera, who's in front of him, but not going to happen. But at least Vitaly's going to get there, and we should be in really good shape to get 2 top 10 finishes with, I think, our highest ever, which is a 6. All right, so we got all of that. We did not get a fastest lap, but that's okay. You can see that even their fastest laps for the top 2 are well beyond our means, but then you have this guy here who did not have a particularly fast lap, but just had fresher tires. All right, so we made 10 points there. We got our $6, which means we can make more parts, or we can improve parts. And yeah, look at our driver championship. We have a top 5 driver, folks. I mean, there's a massive gap between number 4 through 1 and us, but we have a top 5 driver, and then down here we have a number 9 driver. So I'm really happy with where we're at here with this, and we're still 5, and we're 3 times ahead of what our next closest competitor is, and we're right on Wayland's butt, which is fantastic. Ooh, we got some new offers. Let's check those out. Use all dry compound tires in a single race, or drivers in consecutive positions not getting them any. No, there's no way I can do that unless we have like the top 2 cars. We're not going to do that. All right, well, that's going to wrap us up here. We have some budget to play with that we'll take a look at next time. But until then, that has been another episode of Golden Lap. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.